For those at home, we're speaking to Esa Holpainen, and he is from Amorphous. But more importantly, today we're going to talk about Silver Lake, your debut album. As I said, this is a great record. I've really enjoyed it. I've gone through it a bunch of times, just listening to it over and over again. It's a record that is very listenable. It doesn't wear you out. And I mean that in a very good way. It's your solo project. Talk a little bit about shouldering the responsibilities of taking the album on by yourself or, with your team, and all the responsibilities of putting the record together.
Yeah, it's, of course, it's all the pressures were on me on this album. But I started the whole process pretty slowly. I got a couple songs. I played to my producer, Nino Laurenne. And, then I started to search singers, got a bunch of friends to play with me in studio as well. So it started really little by little. And originally, I didn't even thought that far. I was prepared to even release the album by myself at one point.
Huh?
But obviously, because I work with the same management that what Amorphous does, my manager started to shop, so to speak. So it didn't take that long that I realized that I got signed by Nuclear Blast, which of course is a great help, and absolutely what comes to promoting and everything. If I would have released this album by myself, I don't know what kind of promotion there would have been. Probably nothing.
I understand. Well, the first three songs that came together were Promising Sun, Sentiment, and of course, Ray of Light. Did you find that those songs sort of shaped the record as far as what it was going to be, or did you have a vision for the record before you even started?
Well, when we got finished those songs, those pretty much gave me a bit more clear picture where I'm heading with the rest of the material. And also opened my eyes to that I'm probably going to ask more singers to join with me, and the whole musical idea for me was to just create songs that I would like to listen myself and create music what I enjoy myself. So the whole album is pretty much like a musical map inside of me, and there's it's really diverse, but it's also it says pretty much it all what kind of music I'm into and what I like to listen to.
Well, the songs themselves stand alone. They are pieces of art in their own right. At the same time, the album comes together as one, and that must have been a very big challenge given the number of voices that you were dealing with and the different types of songs, the writing aspects of it. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh yeah, that I think that was probably the only thing what I was afraid during the process, that I end up with the mixture between different style of songs sung by different style of singers, and I didn't want to have like that sort of soup to be released. So I took a lot of care about the album dynamics. Even before all the songs were finished, I pretty much knew which song is going to be in the album. So there definitely is a musical connection in the album, and it was great to also to realize that how well these singers fit together. Not sounding like mixture between different style of singers, but they match pretty well together.
So as a guitarist, I would have anticipated before hearing the record that many of the primary melodies are going to be guitar based and so on, but you found other ways of approaching that. There's a lot of instrumentation in there, and it's clear that you wrote the songs beyond just a guitar player perspective, kind of more as a listener. You were conscious of that going in, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's, on this album, I used pretty much all different instruments what I got on my hands when I was writing music. Of course, a lot of ideas came from playing acoustic guitar and guitar itself, but there is also a lot of ideas and musical themes what I did with bass or keyboards. even got inspired by playing my electric drums and programming drums. That's, you know, everything. And that was one of the greatest thing about this project, that there's really there was not any limits at all what comes to creating music, because I knew that it really doesn't matter if some song is not that metal or if it sounds too poppy. I really didn't care. The only thing what mattered to me was that it really fits for the singer that who is going to sing the song.
So this is sort of a chicken or the egg question. Did you have the vocalists in mind in place before writing the songs? Were the songs there and you were looking for a specific vocalist that fit into the music?
Well, the first couple of songs I had were pretty much instrumental, and I started to search right vocalist based on those songs and the elements, musical elements, what those songs had. And Ray of Light, for example, was a good example from the song that really, when I was working with the song, the only person I could imagine to sing the song was Einar Solberg from Lepros, and I was really happy when I sent the song to him, and you know, he found it good and doable, and he did amazing job with the vocals. Further on, when I started to ask more singers to join me, I was pretty much writing songs for them, and keep in mind in who is going to sing the song, and what kind of elements I'm going to have in the song, and in which key I'm going to write the song, and, you know.
Of course. It's a who's who as far as vocalists. I mean, Einar Solberg and Anneke van Giersbergen and Bjorn Strid. It's an amazing collection of vocalists, and it just came together so well. Did you find the vocalists, when they gave you their input to the music, did you find that the song evolved slightly, or were there expectations that were surprising?
Absolutely. I knew that each and every one of these singers are really good, and because that was one of the main points to me why I wanted to ask these people, because they all have somehow touched me throughout their music, but there was surprises from vocalists who basically wanted to work with their own melody lines, like Jonas Ringse, for example. He was the first one who replied me with demo vocals for Sentiment, and I was so stunned. It was absolutely beautiful. I never heard that kind of demo vocals from anyone. I played them to Nino, and he thought that it's like you know, it's already material, but it was just demo vocals what he did. But it was just amazing. All the harmonies, tune, everything was just in the right place, and all the phrasing was just so beautiful.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. There's such reflective lyrics, and it's such a flowing song. It comes together so well, and of course you used him again on Apprentice. Looking over the list now, he popped up a second time. Is this because you were so surprised with his first? Yeah,
pretty much. I was so happy how Sentiment came out, so I thought already at that time, because when Sentiment was finished, we were just like in the beginning of the whole process. But I pretty much imagined in my mind that it's going to open the album, or be at least in the very beginning of the album. And then I wanted to do another melancholical song for Jonas that is probably going to end the album, and that's what happened.
It's just exciting to see some of this. I noticed that you of course didn't go too far from home when you invited Tommy to contribute. He's on Inner Solitude. Just talk a little bit about that song and in working with Tommy in just a slightly different aspect than Amorphous.
Well, he's a great dude and super easy to work with. I think we recorded his vocals in one day, and he was one of the two singers that we actually got a chance to record here in Helsinki in studio. So In Her Solitude is very band oriented song. There is a lot of things happening. There is leads, guitar leads, keyboard leads, a lot of playing with drums. Absolutely one of my favorite songs. Working with Tommy, we worked pretty, I guess, secured way or pretty normal way how we usually. I could imagine Tommy's vocals, or people would imagine what's his vocal approach. So there was like crawling verse lines and clean chorus lines, and that's pretty much it. And a couple rai animal shouts.
The last song I wanted to ask about on the record, forgive me, I'm going to mispronounce this. Alkusantu?
Yeah, Alkusointu.
I was close anyway. Spoken
Very
word.
close.
Yeah, spoken word. I was surprised. I read, I understand that, I don't have the name with me, so forgive that, but a very famous Finnish actor, singer worked on that record or did the spoken word for it. That was a surprise in the album itself. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, the actor is called Vesa-Matti Loiri, and he's the most famous Finnish actor. He's a guy that everybody knows, and a true star. He's 77 years old. Wow. And he doesn't perform that much anymore, and he's really selective what he does these days. Even what comes to giving interviews or everything, he's really, really selective. How I got him to my album was pretty much because of one of my childhood friends is in film industry. He's producing Finnish movies, and he's also a manager for Finnish actors, and he's managing Vesa-Matti Loiri. And my producer Nino also knows. He's our mutual friend, and we gave him the song and told that we have this crazy idea. We would really would like to have a great voice actor to do a speak here, and Vesa-Matti Loiri would be perfect. You know, do you think do you imagine he could do this? And he played the song to Vesa-Matti Loiri, and for my great surprise, he loved the song and he liked the text we had there, and we had one really nice studio day with him, recording the spoken words and listening his great stories. And we actually filmed a video now that is going to be released on the day of the release. It's coming next week, so that is going to be a really, really dramatic and nice video. The friend of mine, he got his film crew with him, and so it's really a proper movie-like video.
That's remarkable. I'm looking forward to that. And as you've just suggested, the record is out in a week, and we're looking forward to that release. You did a couple other videos as well, Storm and Ray of Light. Talk a little bit about your input or your involvement on the videos and so on. Okay,
Storm, that was the first single, and I got great opportunity to get one of our good friends, mine and Nino's good friends, Uwe Lingvall, to shoot the video. He's familiar guy. He did one video for Amorphis in the past, video called Silver Pride, and we sent him a message that you're there in Stockholm as well as the singer Hakan Hemlin. Do you think you could easily shoot a video? We are planning to release this song as his first single. And he replied that he's actually flying to Canary Island for quite a while, but he can take Hakan with him there, and they can shoot the video there, which was of course interesting idea to get a little different kind of view there. Those guys really find it a great spots all over the island, and the result is absolutely stunning. I had to shoot my parts against green screen. So I'm not really in the top of the mountain or anywhere even close to any coast.
That still came across quite cinematic, though.
Yeah. It is. It turned out great, and I think the best fact is that Hakan is still in Canary Island, and he decided to stay there for good. He didn't went back to Sweden. Yeah, that's true. He's living there now.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's all the questions I have today on the record. Is there anything else I missed or you want to talk about?
I think we pretty much covered everything well, and it was really nice interview. Nice, really nice. I enjoyed.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, again, the record comes out. Silver Lake is out May 28th, and we're all looking forward to it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.